on a 6-step program there.
Was it 6 or 5?
Now, we'll have to take a look. I think we counted 6, but we'll take a look. At least it was over 3, right?
Okay, yeah, listen, he said he didn't mind it. It looked clean to him. But if you want to talk about clean and streaks and what's happening and stepping, let's talk about that Harden guy.
Okay.
He's doing well, is he not?
Yes, he is.
There's a kid named James Harden and the Rockets. They're facing Luka and the Mavericks. You may have heard of him. Harden had 11 points in the first half. Second fewest during his 29-game, 30-point streak. But what happens now? 3 minutes left in the fourth. Harden hits this 3. So we're paying close attention to the counter at 23. Harden goes right at it again. Another 3. We're at 26. So Harden goes at Luka. Draws some contact at this one. There'll be a late whistle. And what happens? Luka gets a call. He's upset. He doesn't believe it. But Harden makes both free throws. They're at 28. 1 minute left. Watch the referee here. Harden passes it to Chris Paul. Paul passes it again. Gathers. Resets. Got you, friend. And that's what happens. It's 31. So the streak continues. Harden 9 from 23 from the floor. 31 points. Rockets go on to win. The streak is alive. If you guys were concerned, he wasn't concerned. In fact, he was just concerned with winning the game. Let's listen.
I was worried about winning. They were making those shots. They were coming back. Cut the lead to, I think, 10 or 9 points or something like that. So I just wanted to get.
And then obviously, you hit some daggers there. The last one, I'm sure you knew that put you over 30. You had a big smile. What were you thinking at that point?
We sealed the game.
Going after 31 next game. To be honest with you, 2 minutes and a half ago, he's got 20 points. I go, I start another one. I didn't think there's no way, but he was amazing.
We have so much more to say about this Harden guy, but in the meantime, he needed 11 points in the final 3 minutes. He was able to do so. Harden's 30-point streak extends to 30 straight games, one shy of Wilt Chamberlain for the second longest streak in history. That's NBA history. The longest 30-point streak also belongs to Wilt Chamberlain, but Harden wouldn't be able to break that until next season. It's not enough time, folks. Harden is averaging 41 points per game on this stretch. Is there more to this, David?
Well, Carrie, you know what? There's more. We're talking a lot about Wilt Chamberlain because his streaks are under siege. Russell Westbrook looking to pass Chamberlain for consecutive triple-doubles. He's happy. And Paul George was getting into the act last night as well. Blazers and Thunder in OKC. George making Al Farouk Amino dance around and then knocking down the 3. He made all 3 of his triples in the first quarter. And then George finding Deontay Burton. Damian Lillard said George is on a different level. That dude is MVP. Had 25 at halftime. What about Russ? Westbrook, 9-game triple-double streak. In all 9, he had double-digit assists heading into the fourth. So he had checked off that category. But last night had just 5 assists after 3 quarters. He's got one here to Terrence Ferguson on the nice cut. And then later, Westbrook with 7 assists. Rodney Hood, tremendous miss. And then Westbrook deep for George, who pivots, the bunny. So he's up to 8 assists. George has 40 points. 4 minutes to go. Needs one more. And George will get it for him. He was 8 of 13 from distance. Westbrook, 10 assists, 10th straight game with a triple-double. The fans loving it. George said the energy in the building for that triple-double was awesome. 10 straight triples, passing Wilt, most in NBA history, and he didn't have a monopoly on the triple-doubles. George, with that Westbrook bucket, he gets his as well. Just his 3rd career, had 47 points. Thunder have won 11 of 12. Westbrook feels some gratitude.
I never dreamed of even playing in the NBA or even be standing here talking to you guys. So each moment for me is a blessing. Each time I get to walk in this locker room and see my name and up there is a blessing for me. And that's an unbelievable moment in itself to be able to just wake up and be able to come to have a job, have a jersey, have a name on your back. Because to me, that's a blessing in itself and something I never even dreamed about as a kid. And to have moments like this is definitely another great moment.
Man, I'm just excited for Russ. He's the best competitor I've seen, best competitor I've played with. He's one-of-a-kind player. There's no other person that's led in triple-doubles year after year, and he's going on his number 3. So, man, what a player. What a player, what a teammate.
What a teammate, what a team. The Thunder now in 3rd in the West, just a game back at Denver. Remember, OKC started the season 0-4. Last year, the Thunder were the 4 seed, lost in the first round to the Jazz in 6. If the playoffs started today, OKC's first round opponent would be, yes, the Jazz. Here's the Get Up crew sizing up the Warriors' competition in the West.
David, thank you from the set of Get Up here with Jalen. So we look at the Warriors, and clearly they are head and shoulders the class of the Western Conference. But which team is the biggest threat?
There are two teams. One is the Houston Rockets. They're Team B. Team A is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Why?
They lock down defensively, and that's their identity. Paul George is top 3 right now in the MVP race, as far as I'm concerned. Russell Westbrook is averaging a triple-double for the 3rd straight year, but then they have the intangibles. An anchor down low like Steven Adams, who's going to give them all of the dirty work plays. They have young players on the perimeter that can do a lot of switching and cause a lot of problems for the Warriors. So I think OKC will be in the Western Conference.
Interesting, because a lot of the conversation about MVP has had Russell's name in it, but you're saying you would go Paul George over Russell Westbrook if you had an MVP vote.
Absolutely. It's the Greek freak who leads this team in so many statistical categories, and they're top seeded in their conference. It's James Harden, who's been on a historic run. Number 3 is Paul George, but a distant 3rd.
OKC knocked out in the first round a year ago. We'll see if they can make a deeper run this spring. And we will see you tomorrow morning, as every weekday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern here on ESPN. Right now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, guys, thanks for that. Let's talk about one of those favorites. That's Giannis. Giannis back as the Bucks look to rebound on the road against the Bulls. The Bucks are 13-0 this season, coming off a loss. So what shall happen? Giannis drives. Yeah, easy. Dunk. And a foul. He powers his way through that. 14, 11, and 4 assists. That's in the first half. We're moving to the third. 54-49. Lauri Markkanen turns it over. Transition. Chris Middleton passes it to Giannis. And he does that slam thing he does. Is that all he can do? Well, he did it again. A nice jam. Here we go. Great move, leads him to the slam. Giannis finishes just shy of a triple-double, 29-17-8. Bucks win 112-99. So more on the MVP favorites. Giannis and Harden look like the front runners at this point. Harden is a heavy favorite in Vegas at 1-3. Giannis the second favorite at 11-4. But the advanced metrics like Harden better as he leads the league in estimated wins added, and he's second to Anthony Davis in player efficiency rating. Now, coming up, Michael Jordan's going to weigh in on this Harden Westbrook streak. Someone says, how difficult is it to do what they're doing? You're not going to want to miss